Good morning, good evening, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you might be doing. We wish to welcome you to the Silverlight Show. The silverlight shines to illuminate that which lies hidden in darkness. For those of you tuning in today, we welcome you in. So I had an average everyday waking up to get something to eat, and the mailman came surprisingly early. I am expecting a couple of packages, and I'm supposed to get a new phone, which was supposed to happen yesterday. Well, I ordered it yesterday. But I've been waiting for a little box of balsa wood from China. I looked at the package and thought, this is smaller than I wanted, but I can still work with it. My father was a wizard with wood, and I'm not so bad myself. So I bring the box in, throw it on the table, and not thinking of anything. And then I decide it's time to cut the hedges. Because that's what homers have to do. You had all sorts of maintenance building up. But the thing I didn't count on is when I went to get my hedge clippers, they were soaked with water. Just absolutely, you know, you, you upended it and it was almost like dropping a glass of water on the floor. Well, this is a brief dry spell. I figure I can go down, knock a bit of that down, and finish it later. That's not the case anymore. I'm thinking, damn, that was kind of what I was looking forward to doing today. And I'm not stupid enough to plug in a 120 volt appliance with, water in it. It's not likely anything would happen, beside it not starting. But, basic safety. Tomorrow when it's dried out, it'll probably be fine. So I came in and decided to open the package so I can see better what I'm dealing with. Well, it was a phone. The phone I ordered last night. It's setting up right now, which is why I'm talking to you guys. Now, what slightly concerns me about this, it was registered mail, which is typical for my service provider. And what if I hadn't been home? What if I had been doing the hedges in the back instead of the hedges in the front? Because you got to sign for it. And the mailman, he's a man. I know. I checked. The mailman's only doing his job, getting a signature saying this was delivered to cover his rear end and to cover mine. No problem with that one. Totally understood. But you don't expect them to overnight a package to you. So I literally could have been doing anything, anywhere. They didn't send a notification saying we're sending your phone to you, which they have done before. My wife and kid and everybody replaced their phones recently, so yeah, I know the system there. But it just seems it was done so that they'd be able to drop it off to one of the distribution centers and I'd have to go there. Now, this is not the first time this has happened to me. Um, what can I say? They like to deliver and run away. They have deadlines to meet. I am not blaming the individual poster carrier, but I'm blaming the system the way it's set up. Yes, you want a signature that somebody got a phone. Now, I didn't get one of these ridiculously expensive $1,000 phones, but at the same token, I'm buying a phone because I intend to use it. And if it gets dropped off, there's 3 different locations it could get dropped off. There's Two Shoppers Drug Mart and this horrible, awful strip mall. And I call it that. I'm not talking about the people inside of it. It's off of a major roadway. As a matter of fact, at one point, this roadway is a highway. Getting into and out of it is just, it's a shit show. I'm not gonna lie. It's so horrible. There's no way to describe it other than derogatory means. And it's one of those places you imagine when you say, "Oh, I'm gonna go pick up my vape." Yeah, they got vape pens and everything, and the post office for some reason trusts them with stuff. I don't get that. But what I did get was my package. So now, instead of doing something productive, I'm setting up a phone. Because just at random it comes up as, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? Yes, yes, yes. You sure you want to install TikTok? Hell no. Not with the United States about to ban it and Canada probably following suit. Like, it would be like installing ICQ. You can install it all you like. There isn't anybody on it. We, I appreciate the fact that they delivered so quickly. I do. But I'm just skeptical why they would do it in such a fashion. There was no notice, no warning, and it arrived the next day. If I'm your average, Joe or Jillian, I'm not going to have anybody home. And it would have been nice to know at least a little bit ahead of time saying, yeah, this is shipping. Last night I noticed that they hadn't printed a shipping label or said anything. Nope, just throw it down there, and if not, leave it in one of our storage facilities. Really? If this had been my package of balsa wood, I would have been pissed off. Mind you, I don't think there's any signing privileges on that. I think that's just a straight delivery. Although it brought me to another question. I was stupid enough, well, actually, I wasn't stupid enough, the information wasn't there. I ordered some balsa wood from China. Yeah, isn't that how all these invasive species get in? So, what exactly am I going to do when this package gets here? Am I going to put it in the freezer? Am I going to leave it outside and let those invasive species go forth and multiply? But it's something I never expected until I was holding what I thought was balsa wood. Of course I don't want it in my house. Not if it's going to have creepy stuff like that in it. So I got a couple weeks to decide what I'm going to do with this balsa wood that's potentially full of creepy crawlies that you don't want to let into your house and you don't want to let loose in the environment either. I'm leaning towards the freezer idea. Yes, I'm going to freeze balsa wood. And that's just to make sure anything inside that package will no longer be amongst the living. Although nature and insects are incredibly adaptable, you don't know what kind of situation you're going to wind up in. Are the creepy crawlies stronger and smarter? Or is this crazy little human smarter than they are? All these things over packages. I mean, I do have security systems in place that I can say, yes, I see you, leave it at the front porch or whatever, but till now it hasn't been an issue. And I hope it never becomes an issue. We need a 21st century solution to a 19th century problem. We've been going on the old ways for this entire time. Sign upon completion. This is a fantastic way, but most couples, everybody works. I don't happen to be today for a couple of reasons, and it's sheer luck. I booked my vacation in around the time that we would be expecting a package. Maybe this is a wake-up call for me. And in the next couple days I can talk with my family and develop something. I don't know. If you have an idea, please leave it in the comments. I'm totally open for suggestions. Oh, and one more side note before I wrap up. I was very pleased with the response I had to my Instagram comments video, but I can't really put it into practice. Yes, the comments are funny, but after a while they get fairly repetitive. And secondly, and most importantly, the Instagram people have ownership over themselves. you have a product, and that product is you. And even if I blur the person's face out, Google still has a fair chance of hunting them down. So it just take one nutcase to get a hold of those, and I'm in a heap of trouble. I may put one out once in a while when I find something exceptional, but I'm just disappointed because one of my highest performing videos, and yeah, it's not going anywhere. But with that, we wish to thank you for joining us for the Silverlight Show. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, because sharing is caring. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If If you want to hear more, please click on the bell icon down below or however it's presented, so that way you'll be updated every time that we have an update. And yeah, we hope you have a fantastic day.